Join us on Geek Blur, the show you can't ignore. Wayne and Kevin diving deep into all things galore. Comic book, movie, sci-fi, and action thrill. Reviewing new TV shows, we keep it real. Reminiscing the attitude era, wrestling at its peak. Nostalgia from the 80s and 90s, memories we seek. Pineapples for our rings, a unique touch. Geek culture in our blood, we love it so much. Geek Blur forever, we love it so much. Geek Blur, where we talk about it all, from superheroes to wrestlers. We stand tall, Ray and Kevin, the dynamic duo in sight. Geek Blur, shining bright, shining bright. Did you hear about Pluto? Let's messed up right. Geek Blur, taking you on a nostalgia flight. From movies to TV, we cover it all. Join us and every week we'll have a ball. Shuffle.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
I have a
man?
visitor. I have a visitor today.
Yeah, my dickhead cat was doing that a minute ago. I told him to fuck off, or I'd finally sew his butthole shut. And he fucked
He's
right
a good
off.
boy, and this cat's just gonna stay right here the whole time. Welcome everyone to an exciting show. Episode 190. 10 episodes away from episode 200. Never thought we'd get there, but we are almost there. Gonna start off the week with a fat fucks. The fat fucks are back. Yeah, you know about the river, but the fat fucks are back. Motherfucker, show me the fat fucks. And you brought it up to me. I heard it this morning, and you brought it up to me that today is National Cheeseburger Day.
Yes.
And we want to
Sure
talk
is.
about burgers. Both
Yes.
are fans of burgers.
Big fans.
You mentioned this when you were at Buffalo Wild Wings today.
Yes.
And I got to say, they have one of the best burgers.
They have
Restaurant burgers you can get.
As far as chain restaurants go, they are by far the best that I've had. They destroy
so.
Applebee's. 99 is pretty good too.
Yep.
But they're hand smashing. I get the one with the hatch chilies and I add bacon to it. So they like cook it in bacon grease with like spicy peppers. So it's like perfect for me. Nice and probably fucking 800 calories for me, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
Very fatty. Yeah, their burgers are very fatty, but they're delicious. I used to get the cheese curd one there. It's really good.
Oh yeah. Yep.
As far as fast food, McDonald's double cheeseburger for me can't go wrong.
They do slap.
I'm not a big fan of the larger patties, like the quarter pound.
Same. Yeah.
McDonald's. Not a big deal. Not a big fan of those.
Now,
Wendy's square burgers used to be my favorite back in the day. Then they changed them and made them smaller. Not a big fan of those anymore.
Now, is Five Guys considered fast food?
They are fast. They're quick, but they're not as fast. They're not fast food. Like they're not a traditional fast food restaurant.
But they're also not really a sit-in restaurant.
Well, they are. They have the tables. They have it set up. Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like
I don't know if I should classify it towards McDonald's or if I should classify it towards like a Buffalo Wild Wings because their burgers. I still like Wild Wings more than their burgers though.
Five Guys is very good. I've never had In-N-Out. Have you had In-N-Out?
In-N-Out's good. In-N-Out's good. Their fries are trash though. People seem to like their fries. I think the fries are trash. But as far as fast food goes, I think McDonald's is a good way to go. And what were you saying about Wendy's?
Wendy's square.
I've had a burger from there forever.
The square burgers back in the day used to be really good. They changed them and made them smaller, more condensed. Back in the day, I preferred them. Wendy's is still good. You get a junior bacon cheeseburger now, or you get a Baconator, even a Son of Baconator now. They still slap hard. One of my favorite burgers, not around here, Checkers down in Florida, Rally's up in the Midwest. Checkers burgers are great, Big Bufords, I think they're called. My favorite burger I've ever had. There used to be a chain in Florida when I lived down there for a few years called Shoop's. And they came out of, I believe, the Chicago area, and I believe there's still some in Chicago, Indiana area. It was a franchise, went all over. There was probably, to count where I was, there was probably 5 within driving distance, and they all closed down by the time I left there. They just went out of business down there. But they are still up north, somewhere in Michigan. I think Michigan or Chicago or somewhere up there. I'm not really sure, but that's the best burger I ever had, and that was the first time I had a really good restaurant burger. And I haven't really had anything since then. But yeah, I think as far as Buffalo Wild Wings, I think that's probably the best smash burger you can get around here. You don't have a lot of options here. As far as worst burger, the Whopper. It's
Burger King in general. I just don't like the fake flavor on the meat that they put on.
It's so fake.
I just don't like. Yeah, it's disgusting.
The char marks are painted on. The burger tastes processed worse than anything. I haven't had Applebee's burger in a very long time.
Not good.
Chili's burger is not bad.
I don't think I've ever eaten a burger at Chili's. I usually get the fajitas or something else.
And what's the other one? Oh, Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's food is pretty good. But
never had their food, but
it's the top notch.
Yeah, I've heard their food's pretty good. I've never had it though.
As far as that, off the top of my head, that's all I can think of. But I mean, if you can make a mean burger at home, Sonic is good. If you can make a mean burger at home, I mean, you can do anything you want on there. What's your go-to toppings on your burger?
I like to have. Depends. I like a good combo for me is bacon, pickles, jalapenos, and barbecue sauce.
Barbecue's good.
But if I'm just having a basic burger, I'm a big fan of just what McDonald's puts on it: ketchup, mustard, onion, pickle. It's got to have pickles on it, one way or the other for me.
Yeah, I can't do pickles. For me, it's mayonnaise, ketchup, bacon, extra cheese. Very simple. Sometimes I'll throw mustard in there.
Isn't that what a junior bacon basically is?
It's basically what a junior bacon is. It's what a Baconator is.
Yeah.
It's basically a Baconator. But yeah, that's our burger talk. National Burger Day. It's a little too late, but you could have got some discounts today for burgers. I think there's a 50-cent double cheeseburger at McDonald's and so on.
But one per customer. I was gonna buy 20 and give them to bring them into work.
Oh, you know what other burger is great? Number one, I've never had them fresh. I've had them 12 hours later. I've had White Castle. Those are very good.
I love White Castle.
The best freezer burger as well. I have a box of those in the freezer. I go to if I'm hungry. I just want to grab them, throw them in the microwave. They're late night snack.
Those got
very good.
But yeah, White Castle. I always forget because I've only been once in New Jersey to an actual White Castle, and they do. That's where I actually got the idea for the jalapenos. Is they have a burger with just they cook it in the jalapenos and onions instead of just the onions. And also Sonic, one of their burgers is just mustard and jalapenos. So those are the two places that got me putting jalapenos on burgers.
Yep. Now I want a burger. We're probably gonna do burgers tomorrow, Kevin. That's it for Fat Fucks. What we watched this week. Watched a brand new episode of Only Murders in the Building. Christoph Waltz from Glorious Bastards and all the Tarantino movies. He was in a whole bunch of other stuff since then, but joined the cast for this season. Him and Renee Zellweger and a few other guest stars this season. It's been pretty good. Can kind of continue watching that. That's on Hulu every Tuesday. Alien Earth. We had a penultimate episode this week. And Wendy, this robot girl, cyborg girl, is an alien whisperer. She could talk to the alien, communicate with the alien, and pretty much tell it what she wants it to do. A lot of people are comparing it to, what is it, Alien 4, where a human can interact with the queen, or I can't remember exactly. Somebody were comparing her to another alien movie where they could control the alien. I don't remember which one it was.
I believe that was 4.
Yeah, I lost track after 3 and 4 because those were pretty bad movies. But this show is really good, and I think next week the horror element of this show has been great. And now that all of these creatures are loose, and you got this evil sheep that they're gonna try to put this evil eye into a human, it's gonna be nuts. So next week's the finale. We'll talk about that. We are recording early this week, but we wanted to get in Peacemaker episode 5, which just aired about an hour ago as we record. And it starts off 3 years earlier at Rick Flag Jr.'s funeral after Suicide Squad. And Amelia Harcourt is there, getting consoled by Rick Flag Sr., saying that you're a family. Rick Flag Jr. loved you. You're going to be family. I'm going to take care of you. And then we fast forward later on, and she's working for Rick Flag Sr. to try to take in Peacemaker, and that's what Rick Flag Sr. is trying to do. And he does end up capturing him. And you find out that Sasha Bordeaux, who we've been talking about this season, is a cyborg. I did not know that. I didn't know idea about her in the comic books, but she did show her cyborg form, little tech stuff going on in her eyeball. So we'll see about that.
Yep.
And
She's an AI,
Eagly is the prime eagle, ends up taking out Michael Rooker and a whole bunch of other eagles. And last but not least, Chris and Eagly, to escape Rick Flag Sr. and Harcourt, who pretty much said that she doesn't want anything to do with him, decides to escape to Earth 2 to meet up the other Harcourt and live a better life with his family, with his father and brother who are still alive. And this is where the press have stopped watching. Nobody knows what's going on besides the stars of this show from this point forward. And there's a lot of rumors we talked about last week, a lot of theories. And this one is one of the bigger ones. On Twitter, James Gunn had talked about he didn't do a preview show this week or a watch along. Busy writing. Somebody asked him, are we going to be seeing any more Charlton characters? We're going to get into that next week. Talked about it a little bit last week. Like Blue Beetle or Captain Atom, the question. Are we going to see them in the DCU? And he says, you might be in luck. We'll
makes me
leave it there.
so happy. I will say one thing. Since this happened on Twitter, all my question moots and I have been talking in our question group chat. And somebody fan casted Patrick Gibson from Original Sin as the question. Okay. And I don't hate it. He's a little young though. Like, maybe that's just because he just got done playing a 20-year-old that I think that, but he just seems a little young, but I do like that fan cast.
Okay.
But yes.
Okay. We're going to get into this next week. So I cannot wait to get into the Charlton characters and how the Watchmen comic book was created. But as you can see in that comic book there, Captain Atom is Dr. Manhattan, and Blue Beetle is the Owl, right? Yep. So there's a lot to get into.
His ship is legitimately the same as Blue Beetle's. So I think we could see Ted Cord in Peacemaker. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Have you had a chance to watch any of Gen V yet?
I watched the first episode. Wasn't really feeling it after work last night, so I did it after work today after I got done eating my burger. So I watched the next two tonight after we record. But I really enjoyed the first episode.
Yeah, I did too. I enjoyed all three. I did watch them today.
Good.
Andre explains he died in real life, the actor who played him. They explained where he went, what happened to him. He did pass away in the show. You see Starlight. You see Deep in the first episode. That's basically all we're going to talk about because you haven't watched the rest of it. But yeah, it's kind of a war on humans, which we already knew the boys' final season was setting up on, and this is a continuation of that. So we will get into all of that as we watch along. It kind of sucks when they release so much at once. They released 3 in 1 week. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, normally I would have, if we had recorded on a normal time, I would have had time to watch all 3. But yeah, it is a little strange because it was just last night, and I wanted to play video games instead, so I did that.
Hey, it's worth doing. Your one homework assignment for me this month, besides Watchmen, was Friday Night Lights. At least watch the premiere, the pilot. I watched the first 3. I
Nice.
figured I needed to watch a little bit more
Mhm.
than the premiere.
Yep.
This is basically the movie.
Yeah,
I'm guessing the
basically.
first season. I'm guessing the first season is the movie, and then it goes forward from there. Is that
Similar,
basically?
yes. I mean, they
Yeah, yeah.
injure the quarterback instead of the star running back,
Right,
things
yeah.
like that. But pretty much with the entire 5 seasons of the show, they run you through every single thing that's ever happened in any football movie at any time, and
Right.
make up some of their own. What'd you think?
Yeah. Very good.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I want to get into a show like this because there's a
Yeah.
lot of episodes.
Well, it's only the first
Um,
season's the only one that's 22 or whatever. Then they
Okay.
go down to 13. But yeah,
It was hard to watch, but it is on Amazon Prime. Hard to find, but it is on Amazon Prime. But it's
Oh, they
very
took it off.
good.
did they take it off Peacock?
It's not on Peacock, no.
Oh,
I'm surprised. Yeah, it's an NBC show. But yeah, it is off there. It's on Prime though. That's where I watched the first 3. But yeah, very good. Like you mentioned before, talking about it, all of the tropes of every single high school show,
Yep.
probably in recent times came
Even
from
like
this,
fucking yeah. Oh yeah.
and everything before it. I mean, it has all the tropes that you could think
Oh,
of
yeah.
of football and of these teen almost
Yep.
soap opera, primetime soap opera show.
So-
Lots of stars came from it.
Is the 3rd episode the one with the rain?
No,
Oh, okay. The rain episode's
No.
really good. That was your 3, 4. That was early on in the first season, but yeah, the show's great. I love the cast. Matt Saracen's great. Taylor Kitsch as Riggins is fucking awesome.
well, I'd only
He's
seen
so
him
good.
as I've only seen him as Gambit. It's the first
Yep.
time I've seen him actually acting in something else.
Yep.
And
With-
Kyle Chandler, I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yep. He's-
Movies and so on.
he's like my
he's
second
the lead of
favorite.
this.
He's like my second favorite TV dad ever, behind Alan from Boy Meets World. He gets into some really good acting in this show. He's great, and he's a father figure for Matt, because Matt's dad is over in Iraq at the time, and
Okay.
they go through a lot together. But yeah, it's just a really good show with really good characters. The whole show's pretty much about family, just the football aesthetic around it, which I love. And the fact that they just make up a town in Texas and just call it Dillon, I thought that was kind of amusing. But yeah, because the real thing happened in Odessa. The real story happened in Odessa.
Yeah, you forget that this was based off the movie was based off a true story, and then this
Right.
is based off the movie.
And
I forgot
the
about that.
movie, I believe the movie is only based off of one season of football from the book, and the book covers multiple years, I think, but I've never read the book.
Right.
So yeah, this just expands on the movie more. And some of the same
Okay.
actors are in it. So like Buddy Garrity was one of the people in the movie, and his wife was like the coach's wife also in the movie. She just didn't have much of a big part. Same actress.
Yeah, what's his name? Jesse Plemons in this too. He got
Jesse
a star, I
Plemons
believe.
is-
Yeah.
Yep, him and later Michael B. Jordan, another young guy.
Yep.
Right after The Wire. So yeah, it's a fun show. I enjoy it.
Cool. Another fun show. Another great show. We're in the month of Watchmen. This is pretty remarkable how this show happened.
I can't believe you
Um,
waited this long to watch it. Like, oh yeah, it came out at a weird time. in
Talk
your life,
about
though. That's why.
Weird
yeah.
time. Very weird time. I didn't have time to watch it right before the pandemic too. If this came out in the pandemic, there would have been a whole different conversation about this show. I think we may have gotten a sequel series or another season. But this came out on HBO in 2019, 10
Mhm.
years after Zack Snyder's movie. Zack Snyder was signed on to do a television show.
Mhm.
And then all the stuff happened with DC. He dropped out eventually. Damon Lindelof came in, took over the reins, and decided to tell a story in modern time, The Watchmen.
Mhm.
Talking about 34 years later, what happened to all of those characters and some of the other characters that we met in the Minutemen, which is a big part of this show. We'll
Mhm.
get into that in a second, but it's a sequel to the comic, not a sequel to the movie. So the big thing in the movie was Ozymandias has this nuclear kind of showdown with the world, sets off nukes all around the world, and then that creates peace because then nobody wants a nuclear war. Well, what does he do in the comic book? He drops a giant squid in New York City, a giant
Yep.
extra dimensional squid, and creates chaos. And then that kind of creates not peace, but more like to the world, like fear, I guess. And it kind of makes everybody come together that way. We'll get into more of that in the comic book next week. but that continues in this show. Continues the alternate history established in the graphic novel, but it's set in the modern times in 2019, where Vietnam, we won the war, and they are now a state of the United States of America. So you see the flag in the background instead of having the 50 stars. There, it's a big round circle. In the middle has the 51st star, which is Vietnam, which I thought was a cool alternate history touch. Robert Redford is the president. We'll get into him in a little bit. He's a president. He won after the Watchmen graphic novel became president. And the beginning of the show starts off with raining squids. Squids come raining down, and this is basically what the squid looked like in the comic book brought to life. There was a flashback scene of what Ozymandias did in the middle of New York City. He just dropped a squid there. And that's in the comic book. Zach did not want to do that in the movie, so he went the nuclear route. But this is what happens. The squids, little baby squids, are raining down, and Ozymandias is still creating chaos, controlled chaos, where making the world think the squids are falling. But he's actually making it happen himself. That's what I went into. This whole show is known for the Tulsa Massacre and bringing awareness to that. Happened in 1921, a real event that happened, where KKK went into Tulsa, Oklahoma, and killed a whole bunch of African Americans.
Yes.
Very dark time in American history. Not a lot of eyes on it until this show. I got a lot of awards for that because of it. Brought a lot of awareness to the massacre. As I'm losing my voice. You meet the 7th Cavalry. It's a white supremacist group taking over the mantle of Rorschach, wearing all Rorschach masks, kind of turning him into a martyr, but on their white supremacist cause, which was a crazy weird touch.
It was a nice twist, yeah.
And you meet Lady True. I can't remember how you say her name. But she's building this big, huge doomsday clock in the middle of Odessa, in Tulsa, I mean. And she's building it to, well, I don't want to get into the whole specifics of everything, but she's kind of helping Ozymandias because she's the daughter of Ozymandias in a weird, strange twist way. I won't get into all of that, but you do see the Minutemen, which we met in the first Watchmen movie. We met in the comic book, and that's the version of the TV show. And on the far right is Hooded Justice. Hooded Justice in the movie is the character that saves what's her name? Silk Spectre from getting raped by the comedian.
Oh yeah, yep.
This show is basically his backstory. And he's in the show, I think he's 100 and something years old. But he is I love how they tell the story. Started off in Tulsa, talked about everything happening to him and how he was hung on a tree and they let him go. He kept the noose, kept the hood that he had on his head when they tried to hang him, and became a superhero and took out white supremacists. Very, very interesting way of doing that. He had a gay relationship with Captain Metropolis, which I believe is mentioned in the graphic novel back in the 80s too, in some excerpts and stuff. But the cast of this show, you meet Don Johnson as the sheriff in the first episode. Does not last long. Spoiler. Regina King is Angela Abar, aka Sister Knight. All the cops in this universe have to wear masks because there was a massacre, I believe, like 10 years prior, where somebody came in and killed a whole bunch of cops because they knew where they lived. So every cop has to wear a mask, and they end up taking a secret identity, and hers is called Sister Knight. Tim Blake Nelson, he just played the leader in the new Captain America movie. He plays a character named Looking Glass, who wears this big shiny fabric mask, kind of reminiscent of what Rorschach wore, except it's all like metal, metallic looking, and really, really cool. He's very ominous, very cool in this. And Jeremy Irons joins the cast as Ozymandias, and as an older Ozymandias. I love Jeremy Irons. Love him in everything I've seen him in, and this included. Gene Smart joins the cast as Lori, Silk Spectre 2, taking on the Blake last name of the comedian. Find out in the Watchmen that she's the daughter of the comedian. Louis Gossett Jr. Plays Will Reeves, Hooded Justice. He's great in this. He's in a wheelchair most of the time. And I don't know how to say his name.
Yahya Abdul Mateen. Yahya is his first name.
He's gonna be Wonder Man. He was he was
Black Manta.
Black Manta and Aquaman.
Yep.
In this, he plays Cal.
He's awesome.
Who you find out later.
I love him as an actor. He is awesome.
Me too. I find out later, Cal has a secret identity.
Mm-hmm.
He is Dr. Manhattan.
Sure is.
And Angela knows all about it. They're in love. They met each other 10 years prior. And she's kind of hiding him from the world, and he's hiding from the world. And she releases him to the world. And the whole story of this show is they're trying to find and take his powers, and they fail miserably. But very good show. And during the pandemic, it was supposed to be. I'm not sure if there was supposed to be a second season. I thought there was, but I know it got canceled during the pandemic. So supposedly, David Lindelof has said that it was always meant to be one season. If they ever want to come back, there's other stories that they could tell, but it'd be a later time. 2011 or 2020, and won 11 Emmys. Highly acclaimed, like I mentioned, for the depiction of race, parallels with modern racial tensions in America, with George Floyd at the time, everything like that. Co-creator Dave Gibbons became an actor contributor to this, as well as he did with the movie with Zack Snyder. David Lindelof wrote a letter to Alan Moore, sending him an olive branch to receive his blessing for the show, introducing himself as one of the bastards currently destroying Watchmen. Alan Moore replied back to him to not contact him, as he did not wish to be associated with the adaptation, writing, "Look, this is an embarrassment to me. I don't want anything to do with you or your show. Please don't bother me again."
Yeah.
Later describing Lindelof's letter as neurotic rambling. So, he wants nothing to do with his work.
We've talked many times about how he hates his work being adapted. He has lost out on so much money. Like, just look at.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. The creator of Deadpool there, that fucking Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld's made, I think, $22 million on his stuff being adapted, even though the only thing to actually be adapted is Deadpool, which he only made like $6 million for. Because they've just taken his and they just put it into like pre-production. They just never got off the ground or whatever happened there. But if Alan Moore would play ball and literally just sign his name on something and be a producer and not have fuck all to do with it, he'd probably be worth another $80 to $100 million just with the amount of work he's done and the characters he's touched upon. But he doesn't get paid for it because he doesn't want to play ball with anyone. So interesting guy, that Alan Moore. Yeah,
interesting. Very creative. I mean, The Watchmen's a creative story.
He's one of my favorites.
We'll get into the comic book next week. We're also going to get into Doomsday. Have you started Doomsday Clock at all?
Done it. Finished.
You done it. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll get into all that next week. Until then, let's get into some news. And it's not a news segment, it's a trailer roundup. Got a few trailers this week. First one we're going to talk about, starring Sydney Sweeney, called The Housemaid. Not sure much about this movie. It comes out December 19th.
I will be there.
And you're going to watch this some sort of a thriller movie?
Amanda Seyfried's one of my favorite actresses, and people say I look like Brendan Skelnar, and he should be Batman. So yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, that's why you're going to be there. That's right.
I love Skelnar, and I love what's her name? There's his wife in the movie, Amanda Seyfried. Love them both.
Okay. I haven't seen anything with the guy who they're saying could be Batman. I haven't seen anything with him.
You never watched Drop? Thought you
no.
didn't watch Drop? Oh,
I haven't watched that yet. No.
Well, fucking watch Drop. Jesus Christ.
Add that to the list. Monster had a brand new trailer. Showed Charlie Hunnam wearing a human skin dress. I cannot wait for this. Comes out October 3rd. It's just a few weeks away.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I love Charlie Hunnam, and this just seems like an interesting story.
Yeah, you
Basis
love
of
Charlie Hunnam,
everything.
and you never even sat through Sons of Anarchy. So imagine how I feel because he's awesome in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. Got a brand new trailer for that as well. I don't think Jeremy Allen White looks like and sounds like Springsteen, but when he sings, he sounds like him, and I think that's probably why they hired him.
Yep.
But yeah, it looks good. I can't wait for that. It comes out October 24th. They finally announced when the Ozzy documentary comes out.
Yeah,
on Paramount Plus on October 7th. Trail looks awesome. They followed him for the last 6 years of his life. Filmed everything up until the big concert, and they're gonna show the behind the scenes of how the concert came together that happened during the summer. And I don't think they're gonna go as far as to him dying a few weeks later. Maybe they will. I don't know.
They'll probably talk about it,
tackle at the end, but yeah, it won't be a full.
It's gonna be.
Thing, but
I think it's gonna be a hard watch if you're a fan of him.
It will be.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it'll be similar to watching the Val Kilmer documentary, which was a sad watch.
That was a sad watch. That was a sad watch.
It'll be similar to that. I feel like if I'm not a huge Ozzy fan, so it'll probably affect you way more than me. I do like Ozzy a lot, but I'd never am blasting his music constantly and whatnot. But I do like Ozzy when he comes on the radio.
Yep. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. The third movie in that series. Got a new trailer.
How did they not call it Now You Three Me?
Let's just call it. We'll call it that from now on. That should have been. You're right. This should have been the sequel's name, and Now You Three Me should have been this name. We'll write Hollywood.
Yes.
Although there's a big mess in Hollywood, which we're not getting into. I'm sorry, but it's too political for this show with the Jimmy Kimmel stuff.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, we're not even touching that.
And even South Park.
It's awful, but I don't even want to get into it.
Not ideal.
Another trailer for The Last Frontier, starring what's his name, Jason Clarke from Planet of the Apes and all that. Apple TV series done from the guys who did The Blacklist, about this guy. I believe they're in Alaska, in the Alaskan wilderness, and a plane drops him with a whole bunch of criminals. Did you see the trailer for this at all?
No, but this sounds like it's right up my alley.
And he's a U.S. Marshal sent to Alaska, 600,000 square miles of wilderness to try to find all these people that escaped from jail in this plane that crashed there. And it looked good in the trailer. I wanted to bring it up. What else we got here? And Anaconda. Jack Black, Paul Rudd. See the trailer for this. We talked about it when they first announced it. It looks corny as hell, but it looks
fucking
funny
terrible.
too.
It looks fucking terrible.
But it looks horrible.
I like Paul Rudd. I'm kind of hit or miss on Jack Black.
It depends on what it is.
So
this looks like bad. This looks like bad Jumanji.
It looks like
level.
A spoof, which I don't want from an Anaconda movie.
But that's what it is.
I know
it's
them. That's the point of it. So I know I'm not gonna like it. I'll probably watch it. Maybe in theaters. I don't know. It also seems like the type of movie that'll be on video in 3 weeks after it's in theaters. So
that's basically every movie unless you're a superhero.
Especially going up against fucking Avatar 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming out Christmas Day, but if you don't know the story, it's set now 20 years after, 30 years after the original movie came out, and these guys decide to go to the wilderness and try to recreate the Anaconda movie. And they have an animatronic anaconda that fails, so they try to find a real snake. It looks awful.
It does look awful, but at the same time, the concept does kind of interest me because it's about filmmaking adjacent.
Yeah.
So,
and then you see Jack Black, and then you see Jack Black with a warthog on his back, and you're wondering, is it really worth it at that point?
Is that Steve Zahn?
Oh hell yeah, it is. I love him.
Okay, I'm in.
See, I love him.
I'll see Steve Zahn and anything.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see this in theaters. Probably Christmas Day. Get me away from the little bastards.
Okay.
That just took a turn. I apologize. Go on.
Apologize to my family. Box office last weekend. Demon Slayer won the box office with $70 million. Biggest anime film debut ever. Anime's huge with kids right now. Conjuring Last Rites, second place with 26 million. And Downton Abbey, show I never got into, will never get into. The finale of that whole entire series, show, movies, with 18.1 million for the third spot. The Stands documentary on Paramount was the number one for 3 weeks in a row.
Nice.
Number one documentary of all time on Paramount Plus. And there are a lot of great documentaries on there with them and Showtime and everything. So, very cool. Not very, very cool. Rest in peace to Robert Redford. I think I've seen 3 movies with Robert Redford, and one of them is Captain America: Winter Soldier, and that was his last movie he ever filmed.
Yeah.
But Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is a great fucking movie. I love that movie. I love the soundtrack.
I don't think I've seen a lot of stuff with Robert Redford. I just I literally know him as
before our time,
as the guy who Stephen King based Red from Shawshank Redemption on, and how they were going to cast Robert Redford, but he turned it down, and that's why Red, played by what's his name in that movie, when they ask him why his name's Red, and he goes, maybe it's because I'm Irish, is because Robert Redford was offered the role because the book part was based on him. But yeah, R.I.P. to him.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. Big, huge, significant role in independent filmmaking, where he created Sundance Film Institute, which ended up creating the Sundance Film Festival, which every independent film goes there, starts there. Sorry, and just huge loss in Hollywood. 89 years old. Rest in peace to him. Loved Paul Newman, loved him. Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kids, one of those great classic movies.
I think I watched that in school.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. The Emmys happened last weekend. Big, huge turnout for the Emmys. Seth Rogen won his first Emmy ever. Lead actor role in the studio. Never won an award for anything. Emmy, Golden Globe is the very first award he ever won. Studio wins Emmy for Best Comedy Series. He won for Best Writing as well. Highly acclaimed, that show. Studio ended up winning 13. Adolescence. Did you ever watch Adolescence on Netflix?
I started to after the Emmys, but I was tired and fell asleep about 8 minutes in.
Okay.
But it sounds like something I'd love, so I will.
Number two tied with the Penguin, the most wins of the year. Penguin won 9. Adolescence won 9.
And I think Adolescence is only like 4 episodes. It's like a mini series. Okay.
That's the British way of doing things. They do that. Severance won 8 awards. We'll get into the specifics of this in a minute, but the studio won Best Comedy, Best Guest Actor, Best Lead Actor, Best Directing. Guest actor was Bryan Cranston. We talked about that last week. Best Writing, and Severance. Tremel Tillman won for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. First Black person to ever win that award. And same for Severance. Britt Lauer, the lead actress of that show, won for a Drama Series. Severance ended up winning 8 awards: Best Supporting, Best Guest Actress, Original Score, Sound Mixing, Title. Adolescence was Outstanding Limited Anthology Series. I can't remember. Stephen Graham, he created that. He's an actor. He was in Venom. He's been in a whole bunch of other stuff too. You see him in everything now. He created it and he stars in it. Kind of interested. I may get into that. Dan Gilroy won for Best Writing for Andor.
Yep.
Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Anthology Series. Kristen Milotti for The Penguin. Penguin ended up winning Lead Actress, Best Costumes, Makeup, Hairstyling, Makeup Effects. Colin Farrell did not win the Emmy for Best Performance in The Penguin, though, which was shocking. Yeah. But it wasn't the most shocking thing.
Who won that one?
I don't remember.
Okay.
The most shocking thing of this is The Bear didn't win any Emmys this year at all. And it broke all the records Emmys last year. So it's crazy. It was nominated to not win anything.
I saw members of the cult also bragging about this, the Zack Snyder-led project winning so many Emmys. And I was like, oh my God. This is where we're at right now. He's in one scene of the final episode.
We always talk about the In Memoriam. Hulk Hogan, Paul Holiday just died last week. I understand that. But Tony Todd all left off the broadcast of the Emmys and the
wasn't Tony Todd also left off
He's
of the Oscars, or somebody else big was left off the Oscars? It might have been Tony Todd.
Yeah, I'm surprised Hulk Hogan. See, he's not traditional TV,
right?
But he was probably the biggest TV star of the '80s, if you think about it.
You could honestly boil him down to as the biggest TV star of all time. Like, very few would compete with him if you include his run in the '80s and '90s.
Yeah. So Emmys were. I didn't watch them, but I saw the winners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into the award shows anymore, but got a brand new poster. I didn't see the trailer because I'm not into the show for The Witcher, the new season with what's his name, Helmsworth, coming in to take over the role from Cavill. I haven't watched any of it. It comes out October 30th on Netflix. I kind of interested. Everybody I know that's seen it tells me to watch it because I'll love it, but just haven't got into it yet. So we'll have to wait and see. The Muppet Show, returning for a one-off Disney Plus event. We talked about Seth Rogen being involved in something. This is what it is. It's a one-off 50th anniversary special coming out in 2026 to celebrate the series. Already set a guest star being Sabrina Carpenter. Back in the day, they used to have a weekly guest star on that show. It's going to be on Disney Plus. So very, very cool. Game of Thrones spinoff Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So Duncan Egg was going to be coming out in January. Chairman and CEO of HBO announced this week. So
thank God. Yep.
We got the first look at Jiminy Cricket in the Pinocchio horror movie set in the Poonaverse, voiced by Robert Englund, Nightmare on Elm Street himself, Freddy Krueger. Looks terrifying. Not in a good way. Leonardo DiCaprio, two news items came out this week about casting. Circling the role of a sequel to Heat 2. I don't know what that movie is going to be all about. If the characters are going to be the same or what.
It's a prequel to the movie. He wrote the screenplay during the filming of the first movie and turned that into a book. So the book is available if you want to get it on audiobook, I believe. But yeah, I believe it's a prequel because people are saying they want Austin Butler to be cast as the Val Kilmer character, which makes sense because everyone since Austin Butler was on fucking the CW has thought he looked like a young Val Kilmer. Who would
Leo play? De Niro?
Probably. I would guess De Niro.
Okay.
Would be my guess.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. And the other movie is him and Jennifer Lawrence joining a Martin Scorsese film called What Happens at Night for Apple. A thriller follows American couple who travel to a small, snowy European town to adopt a baby, but nothing is quite as it seems. Who knows? But it's a Martin Scorsese film, so we'll have to wait and see. I saw this picture. I wanted to bring it up on the podcast, but Brad Pitt and Scott Conn are currently filming The Adventures of Cliff Booth, and Scott Conn looks like his father, James Conn.
He looks he always has. Even when he was in Ready to Rumble,
probably playing James Conn in the 70s, which is going to be awesome.
Yep.
Cannot wait for that.
That'd be awesome.
James Cameron's talking about the next movie he's going to write after Avatar, if he's still alive, whenever those movies finally come out.
We're 72 right
it's
now.
It's going to be a Terminator film. That's going to be one he's working on, trying to figure out the story, trying not to make it too much to overtake what's happening in real life with AI and all that, but there's no way to avoid it, really.
He's like James Cameron is basically George R.R. Martin and vice versa at this point to me. I just hope James is around to finish Avatar the way he wants it to be done, regardless of how you feel about those films. I would like the creator to be around when the last one releases, and same with George R.R. Martin. But they're both getting up there, and they're both taking their sweet ass time with a lot of projects. But now it seems like
he
has the Avatar thing. What's that?
5 Avatar films planned? Is that what the 5 total
5
films?
planned. Okay. I believe the last one will be On Earth. Is the plan.
Okay.
But again, cool. I think he's finally figured out the Avatar thing. I think he was letting technology catch up so he could do it the way he's doing it now, here on out. Plus, this third one was filmed in 2015 anyways. So they've had time to work on it. So we'll see. Yeah.
I saw this billboard. They popped up because Back to the Future is celebrating the 40th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And this billboard is in Hollywood right now, and it's full-on machine where the DeLorean flies up in the sky as you drive by it. Full-on mechanical. So October 31st is when
That's
that
dope.
movie releases again in theaters. So yeah. Ryan Gosling in Star Wars Starfighter. Got a brand new picture for that as
Is this
well.
from Star Wars or is it from Waterworld?
That's what everybody's saying.
Yep.
Or Lake Michigan.
Yep.
I think Ryan Reynolds called it Lake Ontario. I think
Yes.
that's actually where they're filming or something. But yeah, it comes out May of 2027. Let's get into some swag.
Swag. Stuff we all get.
Come on, son. You know that's right.
Got some new McFarlane figures for Batman Returns. All of these look really, really cool. From the Penguin to Catwoman, Batman. You got the Penguin henchman. You got the big giant penguin that the Penguin sits in and drives. And you got Christopher Walken, the bad guy, in that as well. I can't remember his name. But yeah, those look all look really cool. Got a brand new Hot Toys figure for Wolverine, the brown and tan Wolverine. The one where he wasn't wearing a mask in the movie, but you could tell they probably was supposed to. Where he fights one-on-one with the Hulk in the movie. Really, really quick scene. But and this pop figure was really cool. Exclusive to New York Comic Con. I'm not sure. I think it looks like Kingdom Come, but it has the same logo as Superman the movie. So I don't know, but it's Superman flying with all whole shadows and everything. Looks really cool. Daredevil Born Again, officially greenlit for a season 3. Starts filming in 2026. Season 2 doesn't come out until March.
They just wrapped
Interesting.
filming, I believe, this week. D'Onofrio is on there.
Yeah. And 2 things met this week. Evan Moss-Bachrach and Michael Chiklis finally got together and took a photo. And after this week, I think on Tuesday, Fantastic Four First Steps releases on digital.
Jesus Christ, finally.
October 14th comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, 4K. We got all the cases for that as well. Got some cool steel books, bonus features, a whole bunch of deleted scenes, gag rules. Some of them have already been released. Comes with a commentary from Matt Shackman. Some behind-the-scenes featurettes too. So it looks really, really cool. Superman. Speaking of coming out, tomorrow coming out on HBO Max for streaming. Very, very fast for a movie.
That's
everybody's speculating.
Okay, go on.
Everybody's speculating it has something to do with Peacemaker. There's a reason why nobody's seen the last 3 episodes.
Right.
And I think we're going to find out next Thursday why.
Yes.
And then we're also going to find out why Superman is releasing tomorrow early for people to watch.
Mean, there is that, and that could very well be a possibility. But this is also how they've been doing it. When Sinners went to Max the week before it went to 4K disc. Superman comes out on 4K on Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe. So that just kind of seems to be what HBO has been doing with the last 2 big hits they had, Sinners and that. And I definitely think there's going to be something to do with Peacemaker, the last couple episodes, and Superman. I definitely think Superman's showing up in Peacemaker too, by the way.
You know what I was thinking when I was watching. I was thinking when I was watching Peacemaker. I didn't get into it. What if Superman shows up, but it's not the Superman we know?
Yeah, exactly.
What if it's the Kingdom? What if it's the Kingdom Come, or the Red Sun Superman?
Yep, it could be Injustice Superman.
That would be
Red Sun Superman. Could be one of them. Yeah,
an evil Superman would be fucking crazy if he got Corn Sweat to do that. After everything else, that'd be nuts.
Because I'm pretty sure he was on set because there's photos of him and who's the African American chick who obviously wasn't in the movie. So it's like, why would he have photos of him in the suit with her?
Well, they weren't they filming on the same? Weren't they filming in the same lot at the same time?
They could have been. Doing that too.
So I don't know.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But there's a lot. I'm so excited for the week by week. Now that nobody's seen it, we're all.
I've never been more excited for a single episode of this show after what we saw tonight. There's so many possibilities of what they could do next week. So yeah, let's go.
We got three weeks of viewing for that show, and I cannot wait. And everybody's on the same slate we are, so that's awesome. And Matt Reeves was on the red carpet of the Emmys talking about everybody's asking about the Batman 2. It confirmed that that Robert Pattinson has read the script. I feel like they can reach farther and do more than we did in the first one. It confirms that they're super excited for that, and it confirms that it's going to start filming around April, May of 2026. Talking about Kristen Milioti's Sophia Falcone from the Penguin, asking her if she's going to appear in the Batman 2. She says she is not in the Batman 2. It's because he was writing the script at the time of the Penguin.
Yeah.
But he does think she's incredible. So yeah, he was talking great about her.
You have no idea what, like, especially like when a show hasn't even come on, what characters are going to catch on and be as popular as they are. That's one of the issues with the Star Wars sequel trilogies. They were trying to rush through them, that they only had scripts to go off of when they were writing 2 and 3. So it's like messy because you don't know what people are going to think about. It just became a whole messy situation, and bad decisions were made based off not knowing. But it sucks because she's awesome. So hopefully we get to see her in something. I really want them to expand the universe, which he talked about too.
Also talking about they're in discussions currently for season 2 of the Penguin. And last thing I saw today, ask about the villain of Batman Part 2, and he says it's never really been done in a movie before, and speculation being Hush, Court of Owls, which we've been saying for years. It could be, I mean, you can go crazy. You can go Mad Hatter.
I would
go
want
anybody.
Court of Owls, but I want them on the third one, because the big deal about the Court of Owls is this is still technically a still rookie-ish Batman, and the whole point of the Court of Owls is that Batman's been around for a while, and these people have been running the city for hundreds of years, and he has no idea about them. So I would think that would be a better storyline for the third movie, where it's not like taking place 2 weeks later. I don't know.
Do you think Batman's going to be a rookie in this movie, or do you think they're going to go real time and wait a 5-year gap?
I think it's going to take place like 2 weeks after. Like, I think it's going to be like Christmas time, like a few weeks after.
I think that's a bad move. I think they should go fast forward in his career. So they're go real time. This movie took forever to come out. They should go real time.
And I say that because the Penguin took place immediately after the Batman. But then again, that story needed to take place immediately after the Batman.
Right.
So I don't want them to jump too far. Like, if they do a jump, I want it to be like he was year 2 Batman, maybe year 4. So he's still early enough in his career, and then the third one, should we get one, would be like a year 6, 7, or 8 Batman is what I would hope. But I mean, we'll see. I do want Batman in the snow again, or Batman in the snow at night. So
timeline wise, when do you think we're gonna get a DCU Batman?
This is 27. This is coming out, so I would say 20. I honestly don't think until 29. I do not know if he would put a Batman movie in production. I think we could see Batman before then, but I don't know if he would put another Batman movie in production before one releases. But I could easily see Batman showing up in even Clayface, and maybe the next Superman movie, and just not having his own solo movie until they figure out what to do with Reeves stuff, because Reeves wants to expand his universe also, and he's going to have a part in everything they do in the DCU Batman. He's a producer on Clayface. He and James Gunn are the two that casted the dude playing Clayface. So I don't know. We'll see. And Matt Reeves has said he wants to do a DCU project also. So maybe Andy Muschietti will decide that he wants to do more seasons of the It Show, which is supposed to be 3 seasons, and will just not be on the Batman for the DCU, and Matt can transition to that. But I mean, I just want Matt Reeves to do a question series on HBO Max or something. That'd be fun.
Okay, that'd be cool. And we'll talk all about that next week. Yep. I can't wait to get into the Charleston stuff. But we'll talk about that next week with Watchmen. That's it for this week's show. Next week we'll talk about the finale of Alien Earth. Cannot wait for Peacemaker episode 6. Talk about Only Murders episode 5.
I saw
talk about Gen V.
Right before we went online too, somebody posted about what's his name, Ladies Man, and they're like, he's got to be Martian Manhunter, right? And I'm like, that actually wouldn't be bad. That's
Good
not
theory.
a bad. That's a good theory.
Although he's got so much humor, I don't think.
Yeah,
think that's,
that'd be the
yeah.
tough thing. Completely on
Because Martian Manhunter.
Kicking Bricks on Twitter said that, and I was like, huh, that's actually kind of cool. But the whole comedy bit might be like him playing it off on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be just what he's doing as like, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Interesting.
just saying, could happen.
Big premiere next week is Marvel Zombies. Comes out on the 24th. I'm gonna watch that 4 episodes. But the big discussion next week is we're gonna review the comics for Watchmen, the original Watchmen graphic novel, and Doomsday Clock, which came out like 5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, it's relatively recent. But it's Jeff Johns.
It's a recent
so
comic. Yeah, Jeff Johns. Yeah.
It's gonna be weird going from Alan Moore to Jeff Johns though with those characters. It's a weird transition.
We're going to talk a lot about Alan Moore. We're going to talk about the Charleston characters, the background of the Watchmen, background of Doomsday Clock. Talk about everything. And it's going to be our finale, big finale of the Watchmen. We've talked all month about it. So poignant that we end on that. Thank you, everyone. And we will talk to you next time. Peace.
Deuce.
We're the Geek Blurb crew, here to enlighten you. Talking all things geeky, from movies to wrestling to our podcast is the place where you wanna be for all the latest news and nostalgia from the 80s and 90s. We review comic book flicks and sci-fi hits, riding the wave of action movies with all the cool bits. From Iron Man to Star Wars, we cover it all. And when it comes to wrestling, we never drop the ball. Geek Blurb, we're the kings of the nerds, rating movies and pineapples, our opinions never blurred. Join us each week for a geeky chat with the latest scoop and a dose of nostalgia that. So if you're a fan of the comic book craze, or a lover of sci-fi and all its maze, tune in to Geek Blurb, we're here to entertain, bringing you the best